I feel like I just walked in from like the bedroom.
Didn't you?
I mean,
I haven't seen you all day, so
you were sitting across from me. You're such a liar. She's such a liar.
I might be overdramatic, but I'm reading the script of your life.
If you're offended by what I'm saying, imagine what I'm saying behind your back.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Dutch Housewives. The Dutch Housewives.
Dutch Housewives.
Yeah. The Housewives, which are Dutch. That happen to be Dutch.
The Dutcherlands.
We're back again with another review of RuPaul's Drag... Oh. It's in the song. Isn't that confusing? They're singing RuPaul's Drag Race.
Drag Race Holland.
Drag Race Holland.
Episode 3.
Seen the film now twice.
We're post-elimination. Unfortunately, Pam-Pam has left the building. She Pam-Pammed away.
Pammed, because she was too old for this.
Isn't she like 30? I'm offended. Girl. And I was very sad because she left and I was like, Pam-Pam had so many good concepts and she worked them out to the T. And I was like, I am sad to see you go because I wanted to see more of the outfits. But luckily we have Instagram. We can still check them out. But
yes,
it's just sad. You know who also thinks it's sad? Sederginne. Because she's like, I disagree. And this is a recurring theme this episode. Apparently a lot of people expected Madam Madness to leave.
Tea has been spilled backstage, apparently.
Yeah. We'll get to that in the end again. Her goodbye message says, be nice. And everyone immediately looks at Abby and Janey.
Especially Janey. They were like,
yeah.
Hello?
Janey decides to take the high road and apologizes for being blunt and direct, even though we're all Dutch. We don't have to explain that we're blunt and direct, right? I have to say, like, a lot of people are rubbed the wrong way by Janey's comments. But I feel like, yes, it was unsolicited advice, but I mean, why wouldn't you give your opinion in Untucked? The only thing she said, like, yeah, I agree with the judges. This was not enough.
Yeah.
This is a simple concept. And I think a lot of people agree with that. But it rubbed Abby the wrong way. But I don't think she's for that.
No, we
need to record a sound for if we bleep something. Mwah.
No.
Yeah, but that's the sound if you say and that's the sound if I say mwah.
So, Janey only said that to Abby because Abby thought that she was confused about the critiques of the judges. Mm-hmm. Because she said like, oh, but I thought my concept was quite good and quite strong. And then Janey backed that up saying like,
no sis.
I think you could have done better.
Yeah.
And that to me is sisterly advice.
Yeah. If I like get changed and I walk out to go to the club and my sister says like, girl, this is not what you can do. You can do better.
Yeah.
That is coming from a good place and that's sisterly love. And I think in the Netherlands, that's not uncommon to say.
Yeah.
So I'm confused why this was such a drama point and why a lot of Dutch people seem to hate her for that. I don't know how it's like for non-Dutch people, how Janey comes across, but since we're a lot more direct than Americans, perhaps she comes off as bitchy for them as well. But I think it comes from a place of honesty and it doesn't rub me the wrong way. And so far, I've agreed with all her stances.
Her truth is painful.
but correct.
But correct. Also the nails. That was...
Oh my God. That was... I love the who?
Who? Yeah.
Who?
Janey felt that one.
She was like, oh my...
You are like entering my aura.
Yeah.
So you have to back up.
But those nails were so long and I was like, oh, they're coming awfully close.
Yeah.
But I loved that Envy Peru was in the background like,
yeah.
The whole time.
She's my sister.
She's a big sister. Like my sis would be like that if I got into like an argument. She'd be like,
invisible popcorn. She was kind of like us. She was just reacting to it.
Yeah. So then we get to the workroom and we get a little mini challenge that is very confusing for everyone. So we have this national holiday. It used to be Queen's Day when we had the Queen and it was celebrated on the 30th of October. And now we have a king and his birthday is on the 27th of October. So we have King's Day 3 days earlier than we're used to. This is this big national holiday that if you look up celebrations for Dutch people, you will see these things. They're parades, there's free market things, I don't know what they're called, like a big junkyard sale in the city centers. Everyone is dressed in orange or something red, white, and blue. And we're all just having a good time celebrating in the evening. Before that, we're all drinking and getting buzzed.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, a Dutch tradition is to play these oud-Hollandse games.
Yeah.
Very traditional games that I also played on my birthday. The 3 most well-known ones we played during this episode. The first one they played was koekhappen.
Koekhappen.
And basically, that's basically what you saw there. There's ontbijtkoek, which is breakfast cake that we eat here. That's hung on a thread. It's basically like bobbing apples, but in the air with cake.
Yeah. And then you're blindfolded as well.
Yeah, so you just have to like it's untucked with straws.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you need to eat it as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And you can't use your hands and you can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 losers that are dropped out, and it was Chelsea and Abby. And they're out for the second game. The second game is spijkerpoepen. Nails.
This is something that I've never heard before. As a Dutch queen, Dutch housewife, I've never heard of this one before.
You should try it. It's a lot of fun. Basically, you're literally nails because you get a thread around your waist, and at the end you have a nail. And then there's a bottle, and you have to squat and get the nail into the bottle. And the first people to do that win. That's it.
That's the game.
And also,
you kind of have to like just be lucky.
Yeah.
Aim
your
in your.
And then lastly, we have zaklopen, which basically you step into a huge jute bag and you just leap forward. I think I've seen this game in American series as well, so I don't think this one's a very foreign concept, but basically the first one who gets across wins. Sometimes it's played with an egg and a spoon as well that you can't drop. Yeah. This time they had water balloons in their titties.
Yeah. Which, I mean, immediately fell for all of them. So I think that was like the purpose of it.
Love it. Out of that, we get 2 winners. We get Madame Madness and Sederginne, and they get to decide who their team is for the next challenge.
And be team captains.
Team captains, yeah. You know what I don't get? Madame Madness had this whole Madame Sadness deal about... sorry. Madame Madness had this whole Madame Sadness deal about getting picked last, and then she had the audacity to pick someone last.
How dare she?
I think that's rude.
They ask you how you are, you just...
Turning a 180 in like 2 episodes? What is this,
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Double standards.
It's a bit shady. Yeah. But then Chelsea is picked last, and we cue the emotional piano. She says, I thought it was really... It was so painful.
She said that she was excited.
Yeah, she was like, this is the team I wanted.
She did not care at all. We did not lose 2 minutes of the whole episode dedicated to her being picked last.
She was like, this is the team I wanted. And then we also get the audio track from Megan, and she's like, my team's not gonna win. There's a little foreshadowing there.
She's so realistic.
Yeah, but also if you look at the previous challenge...
True.
None of the people Madame picked were...
excelled.
Yeah.
Except for Janey, kinda. Yeah, it was an interesting choice.
Yeah. We get 2 teams. The first team is Madame, Janey, Abby, and Megan. And then we have Sederginne, Envy, Mama Queen, and Chelsea Boy. So we have 2 teams, and we're gonna do an episode of Gooise Vrouwen.
Gooise Vrouwen.
Yeah, and we need to give some context there as well.
Yeah, this is my challenge, by the way. Or our challenge.
Yeah.
We are Dutch housewives.
This is basically the fake housewives of het Gooi.
Yeah.
If we ever get a housewife season, it's going to be the Gooi.
The Gooi, yeah. It's a series that is quite inspired by Desperate Housewives.
Yeah.
And it's our own take, basically.
It's about 4 women that are immensely rich. And you have the main character, whose husband constantly cheats on her. You have the always horny artist. You have the drunk lawyer, and the one I always forget about that I think was older. Also, het Gooi is is it a city?
I think it's just a place near Utrecht.
Yeah, it's a region.
It's a
or
region.
Like a neighborhood.
It's a state of mind.
And this is where all our rich people live.
Basically, yeah. That's like our posh neighbor and all of the rich snobs.
It's basically our Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Potomac or Salt Lake City.
Tomato.
Dallas. Potomac.
I Potomac.
Potomac.
By the way,
This is vodka.
keep hydrated.
It's not vodka.
Did the translations improve?
It did.
Because I felt like, okay, there were more cultural concepts we now have to explain, but I feel like the translations in general got it right.
Yeah, I did not read any lines and thought like, what is this? What is it?
Yeah, no, like, it's a mustache.
Yeah, they tried to explain everything well, and the jokes that they did explain did translate well. So yeah.
Pretty well, yeah. We get to the assignments of the roles, and we get a little acting 101 basic class from Madam Madness. So Madam gives this acting class to Abby and Megan. She gives this little acting class to Abby and Megan, and I feel like it was a little too much to correct. I do feel like Abby's wrong intonation could have been a fun factor that she could have used if she wasn't feeling sure about the comedy. Mm-hmm. And since scripts for these kinds of episodes are usually quite...
Yeah. Yes, I get that she could use her accent in her favor in this challenge, but maybe she didn't want to use her accent because she already used that in her last episode, and she doesn't want to repeat the same punchline or joke.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I feel like she didn't get the choice to do that.
Yeah.
Because she kept hammering about the klemtoon.
Yeah.
And even in her confessional, she was like, klemtoon.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, like, it's not fully about klemtoon. Klemtoon means, like, the
emphasis.
Emphasis on a word or
on a syllable.
Syllable or sentence. It's not fully about that. It's just fully about getting the joke.
Yeah.
And getting, like, the punchline, and then you can deliver that the way you want it.
Yeah.
If you understand it.
I think that Madam understood where the problem was in the punchline instead of the emphasis. But I think she overcorrected one aspect of that didn't work in Abby's favor.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah. But I never appreciate before a challenge when someone starts correcting other people. I'm like, no, let them be. You're judged individually. If they want to back up, let them. I want to see a train wreck. I love a good train wreck.
But if it involves your performance, then I get it.
Yeah.
So,
main challenge.
We're starting with Madam's team. So they entered the studio with their housewife beat, and they had to do that in less than an hour, I heard.
I love that Sederginne is giving us time frames for almost every challenge. Like, oh my god, we only have 1 hour. Oh my god, I've been studying in heels for 13 hours. Like, we get a time frame out of it, and I love that.
Backstage it's tea.
And let's just also talk about the final video right away. Just this entire segment as one thing. Yeah. But when they walk in, look who's there. It's Rick Paul from...
Rick Paul.
I forgot his last name. It's a mouthful.
But Rick Paul is more iconic, so we'll just say Rick Paul.
He's a very famous actor. He's hilarious. I really love him. He was also on Vies de Mol, and it's just such a contagious character, and I just love it when he's around.
Yeah. Also, we know him from bits and parts from this show called Nieuwszier, that kind of parodises a couple of things that we do in the Netherlands. I can't really... They do skits, basically. And I think he's also an improv queen.
Yeah, he was also on the Grote Improvisatieshow, the big improvisation show.
Yeah.
He's just a very good comedy actor, but he can also do serious acting.
Yeah.
He gets to coach this acting challenge.
Yeah.
So first up, we have Madam's team. And this is the Lost Daughter? No, this is the...
The Affaire?
Yeah, we'll put the names here.
Yeah.
There's so much sex in all of the episodes. Like, Megan walks in and she's like... Before she walked in, she was like, I don't want to play the horny character because that's so stereotypical. I don't want to be typecast. And then she walks out and she's like, oh, I just want to swallow that man. And I was like... Maybe you should have gone for the horny character because you are just... it's your character.
You can help it.
Sometimes typecasting is good. Abby needed a masterclass from Megan. Because, I mean, you were putting up the gold in your eye and you had more moans and moments.
Oh my god, that's gold.
Yeah.
And that kind of lagged in her acting bit. Yeah, it was very poised somehow. Stale. And... there was nothing in her delivery.
Yeah, because she had to be the horny artist.
Yeah.
And I think I feel like that's an easy thing to do. It's just be like, oh yeah, oh sponsor puta.
Oh yeah.
But perhaps she's just not an actress.
Yeah, she was already saying that she was struggling with this challenge.
Yeah.
So I think acting is really not her forte.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay. Just do...
As long as you can lip sync.
Yeah.
And then we get the final video for their team. And I have to say, meh.
It was really meh.
To me, only Janey was funny with her pill popping and alcoholism. Yeah. She brought that very funnily. She didn't break character. Mm-hmm. Whereas I felt with the others, they were either trying too hard to stay in character, it didn't come natural, or they broke character every time they weren't speaking.
Yeah. It felt like they were all doing a monologue and didn't really interact with each other. There was no chemistry. Yeah. It was not a cohesive scene to me.
No, you even said while we were taking notes, she was like, it feels like they all submitted their portion through Skype and they didn't actually...
Yeah. And they were edited together to make it look like it was an actual scene, but it was not.
Yeah, but there was no dialogue vibe.
No, they were not reacting to each other as well.
I feel like Janey did really well considering the team she was in.
Yeah.
She had no one to play off of.
Yeah.
And to still be funny in that team, I mean, that's why she's safe.
Yeah.
That upped her score a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. It was unfortunate that the energy was low and I didn't really enjoy it.
No, it was
forgettable. Next. So next up is Team Sederginne, and their bit was Moordvrouw.
Yeah. The lost daughter came back to kill her mom, but also the four of them have been friends for years, so... I mean, plot lines don't matter in these challenges, right?
No.
It's about the acting. Mama Queen overdoses on fish oil. Whoever produced this program, why put actual pills on the set? Like, I don't know the effects of fish oil if you take too many of them, but I know that it's hard to swallow.
And it's disgusting.
It's disgusting if
you chew on it.
Oh.
But, and it looked like she chewed on it. But was it actual medicine that they were provided?
When they got like the final shots, like the final video, it looked like they put Skittles in the thing. But when she took them, they looked like actual like ibuprofen and paracetamol and fish
maybe
oil
vitamin
and
C or
vitamins.
something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But why? Like, just put Skittles in there or M&Ms. Like, anything will do that. Like, Smarties. And then also during the filming, Eduardo has a little thingy for...
Well, at first, Envy had a little thing with Eduardo.
I mean, she was riding that... She was riding
Shtick.
First gear. I mean, they wanted some Spanish opera in there, and I think she did that by literally giving him a...
That song is...
And then she explained that she could feel something tapping on her tights.
I mean, you could also kind of see when she like stood up, you saw there was a different profile in the pants.
There was a development.
So yeah, then we get to the actual final product. Yeah. For this one, I actually wrote down things for everyone. Let's see. I love that Sederginne started with the same way as the previous script started. I don't know if that was actually in the script, because they had a degree of improvisation. Mm-hmm. And she was just like, houd het toch nooit op? Ja, ze begon de vorige scène, dus dat vond ik wel grappig. Is toch leuk? That was hilarious.
It was funny. She set the tone for the whole scene, and like immediately the energy was up.
Yeah.
And everyone vibed with her. So that was a really good start.
This team didn't break character at all. They were all just in their moment, they were feeling their fantasy.
Uh-huh.
Mama Queen gives face all the time. She's a lovely drunk. Envy gives cougar realness. It's on point. Chelsea was beautiful. I've never seen her that fishy. I love this look, and she was like... yeah, really good.
I love that moment.
Yeah, this one was really funny. I loved it.
I loved that Chelsea gave so much energy. She just completely led the scene.
Yeah.
It was all about her. I was completely just focused on her. And she delivered. It was really fun to see.
Yeah, I mean, that was her role in the scene.
Yeah.
She and Madame Madness in the previous scene were the catalyst for the drama. So they had to bring their best.
Yeah.
And I think Chelsea is a really good example of how you do that, keep the energy up, and everyone can bounce off of that.
Yeah. So yet again, Chelsea Boy shows that she's so versatile.
Yeah.
With her drag, she can just do everything. She can even pay my taxes with her drag.
She would.
Only thing that I find unfortunate was that the camera did not really focus on her face, mostly focused on her back. So we didn't really see a lot of physical comedy that I think she was really giving. Because she turned to the side and then you saw her face. It was so funny.
Yeah, it was really the camera angles weren't utilized as best as possible. Yeah. And I feel like they could have added more camera angles to get the stabbing or the faces they were giving from each side.
But overall, the challenge was really good. Love this one so much better than the other one. I really enjoyed it. I had a good laugh.
Good laugh. Yeah, we get a little talk before the runway. They keep asking each other every episode who's scared and who's confident. So we get who's scared. We get Abby, Megan, and Sederginne who aren't feeling it as much. I think all three of them felt they weren't as good in the comedy challenge, perhaps.
Yeah.
Or that their looks weren't on par, but Sederginne was good and her look was good. So she don't doubt, girl. Yeah. You're good. And Abby and Megan, they underperformed, so they're I
get that. Yeah.
And they've been in the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get that they're scared. And then with confidence, we get Chelsea, who says she's going to blow us away.
Mad at you for that joke.
Yeah. And Madam. Madam says she's very confident. And then while she's hot gluing in panic, she's like, oh my God, I'm so uncertain. I'm like, which one is it?
Yeah. I think she was confident about her concept, but then she found out that, she was not as prepared with her jacket. I think she saw the jacket on the bodice and then thought maybe it's too few details compared to the other ones. So I think that's why she
perhaps.
Yeah.
And then we get the obligatory sad segment where we discuss our feelings or trauma or drama. And this time we have Envy, Peru, and Chelsea that have a heart-to-heart. And yeah, it's kind of like Abby's story. Envy and Abby kind of went through the same thing with their mom. I think it's quite hard still in Latin America to come out of the closet.
Yeah.
Which is sad to see because, like Chelsea said, some of us are very fortunate to have come out in a very loving family.
It's sad to see that Envy had to go through that to be the Envy that she's now.
Yeah.
But it made her stronger.
Yeah.
And it made her so successful in whatever she does.
And I think a lot of people can recognize that internalized homophobia. I mean, I definitely thought I don't want to be that feminine. I don't want to be in the gay community because I'm not that gay. It's almost like a certain stage a lot of people go through when coming out, and almost everyone goes through it, and some people just don't leave it.
Yeah, we really want to conform to our community, which is predominantly straight. So that's the reason why we do that. So we don't want to associate ourselves with a community that is publicly hated.
Or not even per se that it's a community that's hated, but it's a community that's openly themselves and you just want to be normal. It's part of that denial phase.
Yeah.
Where you just want to be normal and why me?
Yeah.
Why am I gay? Why do I have to be different?
Yeah.
And then we get to the runway.
Runway.
Fred walks onto the runway and I love that outfit. It's so good. It's Dutch housewife realness.
Yes. When she came in, I was like, oh, is that Nikki Blitzer?
And then we have the first returning judge. We have Klesivissen. I don't remember his outfit.
Something.
The banter was also really weird. Oh, what are you wearing? It looks cheap. Oh, it's yours. Oh.
The joke did not land.
It did.
It never flew. It
never launched.
It never launched. It is no.
And then we got
Rick Paul.
Rick Paul. I want his shirt or whatever jacket, the thing he was wearing. I want it.
It was so beautiful.
I want it.
Yeah.
It's like Christmas. You have this Dutch saying, and it goes nee heb je, ja kun je krijgen, which means you've got no, and you can get a yes.
Yeah.
Basically incentivizing, if you never ask, you never get a yes.
Yeah, and then he said, ja heb je, and, well, I mean, that's basically it.
Yeah, my mother used to say, ja heb je.
I think he kind of messed that saying up and then just turned it around.
Yeah.
That's a true improv queen, okay?
Mm-hmm.
A true improv queen.
That was funny. I love that.
Yeah.
So let's get into those looks.
Looks.
The theme for the runway is Miss Holland, incorporating Dutch things, stereotypes, or cultural things, or even landscapes into your outfit.
Yeah. It's a very broad theme, and
Yeah.
you can go crazy with creativity.
First up, we have the highest queen of all in high fashion, Mama Queen.
Mama Queen.
I have to say, I kind of love this. I sound shocked. No, it was a really good look.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
It was a very clever concept, you know, like utilizing the high aspect. It also goes to show that you don't need very big things to make a statement. It was quite minimal, but it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I heard a lot of people say online that it was just a corset with like a piece of fabric, but I think because it was kind of see-through, it was golden.
Details with the
details were
tattoos.
all there. And what I feel like, since the judges are mostly fashion people, they're looking at a concept and how well it's executed. So if you have all the details there, not too little, not too many, then they're a fan.
Yeah.
And this was a very balanced look. It really got the high fantasy ready.
Yeah.
She looked the part, she looked the stereotype, and the tattoos were placed well.
Yeah.
It was just a really good, all-rounded look.
Yeah.
I wonder if she was still high from that fish oil. Next up is Envy Peru. And she walks out with like this sun ray and a cloud. And I was like,
Yeah, at first I was like, oh, okay, it's missing a shape, you know. And then she like surprised us with a reveal saying that she was inspired by the sunrise that came after the clouds. So gorgeous. It was
finally
really
got that Nikki reveal that Nikki wanted.
good. Yeah.
And then she doesn't win.
She was safe.
Nikki.
Well, I was afraid that she was gonna stick with the cloud.
Yeah.
But yeah, the reveal made it complete.
Yeah, and I love like the hip pads with the lines and the golden outfit. The headpiece. She's the queen of headpieces.
Queen of the headpieces. Gold headpieces as well. She loves gold headpieces. And
I
it
see, girl.
suits her well. I think
Yeah.
because of the beautiful skin tone. They look perfect.
And also the wig fit really well, and she had this kind of like braid on the back with flowers and nature and everything. It was just a really good concept and really worked out to the T.
Yeah. And
Really
those
good.
tights were stoned. Did you stone those tights? Next up is Janey Jacké serving us some water.
Literally serving us water.
Serving us water,
I mean,
yeah.
she walks out in these plastic bags and says it's better to have C in your plastic than plastic in your C. And girl, amen.
Amen.
She's giving us rainy Holland realness, poncho realness, raincoat realness, all of the realnesses you need for rainy weather, really.
Real. And it's very on theme because like the Netherlands are quite famously known for being like the water state, basically. We know how to deal with water. We know how to like extract land out of water, okay?
Yeah, like literally one of our 12 provinces did not exist 100 years ago. We
Exactly.
literally just
Created
made
that.
it.
Yeah. It's very on brand for the theme.
Yeah.
However, I did have some problems with the styling a little bit. I did not really care for the hair. It was so flat.
It was beautiful,
But it was flat.
but it was beautiful.
But she's beautiful.
I don't know. I kind of expected to have like a bigger hair. And
She doesn't need the big hair though.
I think she did.
Especially with the slick hair, her face was beat to the gods. Like this might be one of my favorite mugs for the whole season already. And then like the see-through element kind of made her almost look like really slick and naked. Like there was a nude illusion to it. And then big hair wouldn't make sense to me.
I don't know. I kind of missed that aspect a little bit. I didn't really care for the ponytail. Personally.
I loved it.
Personally. Okay, don't come for me.
Come for me. No. I was wondering though if the water falling out was
intentional.
actually intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a fun moment.
It made sense with her outfit though. Like she made it rain, and we are very famous for being a freaking gray country.
And it also fits the theme because when you think the rain has stopped, you go out and then it rains again. So fitting. Next up is Abby. Oh
Abby.
my god, you're a bouquet.
Bouquet realness.
Yeah, so she's a little bouquet with a flower arrangement on top. Nothing at the bottom.
Yeah.
And she's talking about Pride again. It was like wrapped in a handkerchief because she was sad that Pride was cancelled so she could dry her tears. But like we saw last week, that concept didn't really work, so why repeat it?
Yeah. I really love the flowers, like that she wore kind of as a high collar. But I'm really missing a shape here.
Yeah, like I really love the flower arrangement. It's beautiful, but it swallows her up completely. Top half is just completely swallowed up. And then you have legs. It's like a walking bouquet, but like, I guess that's the point.
Yeah. Oh, maybe she should have been like a vase.
I mean, that would have worked. Like any shape at the bottom would have helped.
Yeah.
We basically get the same problem we had last week with Megan's look, that it's a really cool shape, but the problem is that it ends halfway the outfit, and then you just have legs.
Yeah.
We see the concept. It's a good concept. Execution was done half right.
Yeah.
Because the flower arrangement is good.
Yeah. Also, this reminds me of her promo look, where she was swallowed by the red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue.
More like red, white, and who?
Yes.
Some of the flowers were droopy, and that's one of the things I noticed as well. Like the tulips were nearly like hanging down a little bit. And just like last week, she brought up the complaint that the lights were too warm. And I'm like, you know that.
Yeah.
You've been on stage.
Yeah.
Lamps are warm.
Yeah. But also, did she use actual flowers and tulips?
Those are actual flowers, yeah.
But why would you just go to Action and buy some fake flowers?
I don't understand why so many people are working with live flowers.
So yeah, I think this was not as successful
as it could have been.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Next up is Chelsea Boy.
Chelsea Boy, and oh my god,
I love you.
Blown away.
Blown away.
Oh.
This was such a good look.
So good. It was so impressive. How did you do that?
And also, she captured the entire idea of what it's like to be Dutch. You think it's going to be a great day, and then a car speeds by, and you get water and mud all over you.
And then you hop on your bike, and then suddenly it's super windy, and then you're like, your hair is all messed up. That's so Dutch. Yeah. So Dutch. Yeah.
And just how, like, the construction of everything, it was amazing. Like, the second she came onto the stage, we got the concept, and she was acting it, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Everything was there. It was just, I wrote down perfection.
Yeah. What a way to enter the runway as well. Like, she immediately was in character. And I agree with Nikki saying that you immediately got the concept, so successful, love the details. Also, like, the tights were also muddy.
The mud that she was describing in her confessional, it went up her leg and on her side.
Also, the makeup was like going that direction as well. It was so successful.
It was so good.
Oh.
Why didn't she win?
It was my favorite look.
This was my favorite look.
This was my favorite look.
Next up is Megan.
Schoonbrood.
Schoonbrood. Megan Schoonbrood.
Schoonbrood.
Maybe we should adhere to what everyone else is doing. So next up is Megan Schoonbrood. She's giving us Holland, the Netherlands.
Yeah.
She's doing it all. I mean, first of all, her sleeves were made off of the Frisian flag, and I just love that that's been incorporated now on the Dutch Drag Race, because we don't have any Frisian queens, Groninger queens, Drenthe queens. We have no one from the north on this cast. I'm from this province called Friesland, or Friesland, and we have our own language and history that's separate from the Dutch, and we have a very strong sense of identity that can rub people the wrong way. But I grew up with Frisian as my native language instead of Dutch. So just to have that kind of representation in Megan's look, I love that.
It did make me wonder, like, Megan, are you also Frisian? Or
I don't know, because I thought she was from the south.
Same. She's also Dutch Indonesian, so
I don't know where she grew up, but I just love that she incorporated it. All of the ideas that were there were good. You had the tulips, you had the Frisian flag, the windmill, the tulip-filled fabric.
Yeah.
All of them would work, but not together.
Yeah, if you look up the assignment, she's the example, basically.
Yeah, so the ideas are good. I mean, they encapsulate what the Netherlands is, but
we're missing, I think, like a clear concept or a clear narrative.
Yeah.
Like, she just, like, did, like, a poster card for... That would have been cool. If she just did, like, a full postcard. That would have been really cool.
I think, for me, the biggest issue was the fact that she put 3D tulips on the field of tulip fabric. I think if she stuck to one, that would have really cleared up the entire look. Not a successful look, but I like the ideas.
Yeah.
Then next up is Sederginne. We have Sederginne.
Giving us hay fever.
So I think this is okay, so the look is not for me.
No.
But I do like the styling choices that she went for a monochrome look with just the hay and the red. And the rope hair is a good idea. And she surprises us every week. But for me personally, this is just not something I'm into. But I can acknowledge that it's a good look.
Yeah, same. I didn't really care for it. It is unique. So, and she kind of made hay work, like the material hay work. I really did like the headpiece. It was very impressive to have like a square, like just stuck onto your head. But didn't really care for the ensemble. But I mean, I can say that whatever she wanted to do, it was successful.
It was good, yeah. But I'm gonna voice this now because we're 3 episodes in, and only in the promo and the first episode we got a look at what Sederginne usually is, according to her
brand.
Yeah, and then now for 2 episodes straight, we've gotten things that she's not, or things that she usually doesn't do.
Yeah.
And I'm almost worried that we're losing the character that she's known for because we haven't met her as much.
But maybe she'll do that next week.
I hope so, because I also want to see that side of her.
Yeah.
Because to me, now she's the adventurous queen that constantly thinks outside of the box.
Yeah.
And not the Sederginne character that's always painted old. I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Last but not least, we have Madame Madness.
Madame Madness.
She is...
Moo.
Madame Madness walks in as a cow-inspired look with a businesswoman jacket.
And a Dels Blau purse.
It wasn't a purse. It looked more like a
cookie trommel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like one of those bins where you place bread or cookies in.
Yeah.
This was not my fave. Janey said that it looked like Juno Birch, and according to Madame Madness's Instagram, it was also inspired by Juno Birch.
Yeah.
But I feel like either commit to being a cow or do more of a cow-inspired look, because I feel like this look was somewhere in between.
I like elements of this outfit.
Yeah.
For instance, I really love the Mugler-inspired jacket. She showed us that she initially just made that jacket and then just hot glued some things on it.
Yeah.
Before she hot glued some things on it, I really loved the fit of the jacket and design of the jacket. I also love the hair, but those two did not really go with the cow pattern that she painted on her skin.
Yeah. Apparently, according to her Instagram, the jacket was supposed to have grass on it.
Yeah.
But the grass mats never arrived, so she couldn't do that, so she had to hot glue stuff to it.
So I agree with you. I feel like if you want to do a cow-inspired look, just go for it. Like, just maybe like eat some grass during the stage or something. I don't know. There was just no story behind her look.
Yeah, there were just elements and they don't always match. Like, first glance, it looks like a good look, and then you look into it and you think like, why are there orange flowers on the jacket?
Yeah.
Why is there a golden belt in the middle? The color story doesn't match for me. I would have liked to see an entire black and white outfit with hints of grass instead of such a bold green jacket.
It just didn't really work together.
Yeah. And she did a look on her Instagram. She did another cow Juno Birch inspired look. And that was with a leather jacket. It was black and white, and it worked way better.
Yeah.
Because it was black and white.
She overcomplicated her outfit.
Yeah.
I think she was, again, in her head.
Yeah. Let's get to the results. So, first up, we have Safe Queens, and that's Envy and Janey. And I love that Envy is just like, I can't be safe. Is there a twist? Are there 2 winners? Because we were the best in our team. I think that was her reasoning, because she felt like she did really well and Janey did the best in their team.
Yeah.
That she was like, okay, we're the winners.
Yeah.
But no, they're safe.
I mean, confident queens.
Yeah. But we still get a really nice top 3. The top 3 for this episode is Sederginne, Chelsea, and Mama. And yeah, I mean, all 3 of them were funny. All 3 of them had good looks.
All 3 from the second team.
All 3 from the second team. And then in the bottom 3, we have Abby, Madam, and Megan.
Also agree.
Yeah.
So far, like this week, I kind of agree with most of the things the judges say. Even Nikki Blitzer.
Yeah, I agree with all of the things they're saying, but not per se the outcome. And Mama is the winner of this week's challenge.
The winner of this week's challenge.
I, however, really expected Chelsea to win.
Yes, I really wanted to see Chelsea win. It was, to me, it felt like more her week than Mama Queen's week. But I did get why they loved Mama Queen this week as well, because I also really enjoyed her performance this week, enjoyed her outfit. So kudos to you, Mama Queen. You have a weight on your belt. Yes.
Yeah, but I do agree. Like, I felt like Chelsea did a little bit extra that she would have deserved the win for me.
Because she led the scene for me.
Yeah, she led the scene and had the most surprising outfit.
Yeah.
So to me, she's my winner. But I still love Mama Queen. I mean, she's deserved top for the week. Yeah. So let's go.
And I mean, 2 weeks ago she was in bottom, so she climbed up that top.
Work it.
Work it.
So then we get to know who has to lip sync and who doesn't, and we get to hear that Madam is through to next week.
Face crack.
Face crack. No one claps. No one applauds. And she notices that. And we get confessionals from, I think, everyone saying, like, why is she safe?
Yeah. From Sederginne, Envy, and Mama Queen.
Yeah.
And then they were so blunt.
Yeah, they literally said, like, I wanted her to go home. And I think it's so funny that Megan is eliminated. And she even says, I agree that I went home, but I should have been lip syncing to Madam. That's like the weirdest plot point.
I think we've never heard that before.
Yeah.
So honest.
So honest. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
Because we have Abby and Megan go off against each other on the first Dutch song. Now, finally, because we literally said to each other, if they don't do a song from a Dutch artist in week 3, we're going to complain on camera. So we're not going to complain.
No.
But it was a song in English, and I would love to see a song in Dutch. Yeah. We have a lot of good pop as well, and I would just love to see that. Just a song in Dutch.
We have a banger from last year, Tabitha with Man, Huis van Mij.
Let's do that.
That's a perfect lip sync song.
That's a good finale song. When they sing about the crown, and like, it's mine.
Huis van Mij. It's like a song inspired by The Boy Is Mine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. I think this was a really good lip sync. I think both of them, they both have very different styles, but both of them brought it.
Yeah, best lip sync to date.
Yeah.
For the Netherlands, of course, yeah.
Yeah. They both brought the energy, they both felt the song, they were giving it their all.
Yeah.
I do find it weird that Abby had an entire different outfit underneath hers.
She revealed, and I was like, what? It goes to show that she expected to be in the bottom. Yeah. Because I think you would not wear a leotard underneath that outfit. Yeah. No.
But I'm also kind of like, I get that people have tearaways and everything, but an entirely different outfit feels a bit like cheating to me.
Cheating, a bit, yeah. But it was gorgeous. It made the lip sync so much better.
Yeah. Yeah. And I get that. Eventually, unfortunately, Megan was sent home.
Yeah.
I do get it.
I get it. Yeah.
But I'll miss her. We love some Megan up in here. We love her.
She's so herself.
Yeah.
You're not afraid to show us your personality, your bubbly personality. It was so fun.
And also your vulnerabilities.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we need a new narrator now.
Yes. So sad.
Who's going to give the horny comments? It's not Abby.
And that basically concludes this episode. It wraps it up with Cash. Tell us what you think of this episode, what you think of our episode.
Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. And if you have any questions about cultural things we neglected to explain in this video, let us know in the comments, because we get back to you if you have any questions or comments. And it's just fun to know what you think.
Yeah.
And how things came across for you. So let's get that conversation started. And while you type away, drink lots and lots of water.
Make sure you get that H2O. Yeah, so basically, see you next week. Bye. So somehow our cat Boba likes to be energetic right now. Usually she sleeps when we're filming. She has ruined multiple takes already.
All of them.
She's ruined our lives.